80s work story.
Okay, keep it clean. We're now recording. So anything you say may be used on YouTube. Okay, welcome to Peppercorn AI, the cool stuff. We're going to talk about some cool AI stuff today, I should imagine. And so good. As usual, we'll go around the room to start with, and we'll add in anyone else who logs in late a bit later on, and then we're going to talk about stuff that we've discovered this week. So we'll go around. I'll just go around in the order that you came to the meeting in. So Steffi, if you want to give us your tell us what you.
So Steffi Lewis, 31-year veteran web developer, founder and creator of Your PCM, the CRM designed exclusively for UK small business owners, and Splogit, the AI blogging revolution. Just about to start version 2 of Your PCM. This is going to be a massive slog, but by the end of it, it should be smaller, faster, and full of AI, which is going to be really interesting. So I learned a lot of new design ideas for Splogit, so I'm going to rewrite the interface completely. Probably do a version 2 data upgrade, which isn't backwards compatible, but hey ho. And it'll do all sorts of groovy, cool things. But yeah, I'm building AI into it.
Okay, awesome. Michael Guinness.
Michael Guinness Eve.
Michael Guinness.
Yeah, I'm working very well with what's her name, Steffi. She's very helpful, and I really like working with her. And I love AI, and I promote people's webinars on Meetup and LinkedIn, mainly Meetup. And I learn so much at the same time. There's one, as you can see there in the chat, on August the 7th, on how artificial intelligence is revolutionizing print on demand. So, have a look. It's normally an hour, a bit more. No, it's 2 hours there. But I really enjoy it, and I learn a lot. And if someone, say, for instance, David goes and watches it, and he buys one of the packages, I get a commission. And I've already earned £550 since I started just over a couple of months ago. But I really enjoy it because I learn as well. And I've got 2 or 3 to load up onto Meetup and LinkedIn. And then I'll do that over the weekend. And so I'm really enjoying that. So that's Michael Guinness Eve.
Michael. Shirley, tell us about you.
Yes, good morning. My name's Shirley. I work in health and wellness, and if you can see behind me are a range of products that I use to keep myself healthy and encourage other people to do the same. I also show people how they can earn an extra income using those products and the business model that I use. And I'm learning a lot about AI. And Steffi, I actually desperately need another lesson because I forgot most of what you showed me last time.
Just book it.
Yeah. So
it's going to help.
Yeah. One thing I found about you, Steffi, is that you're really responsive. I've rarely waited more than 5 minutes for a response. So that
means she hasn't got much to do.
Wait.
No, not really. She was in the middle of rewriting her whole thing last time I WhatsApped, and I still got a reply really quickly. So it's
because I'm at my desk all the time. I mean, this is why I've made my office the way I've made it, because it's a nice place to be.
Looks like a nightclub.
Nightclub. I can make it look like a nightclub if you really want it to.
Okay, Jane, tell us about what you do.
Steffi, you need a few cocktail shakers on the side there. That would be really brilliant, wouldn't it? So hello everyone, I'm Jane Check40, and we provide IT systems to small and medium-sized businesses with a strong focus on security, reliability, and privacy. So we use Linux and open source your operating systems. Everyone can use what they want on their desktop, no matter what it is. Without doubt, Linux is the most secure operating system. There's nothing that's completely secure these days. It just can't happen. But Linux is better than its rivals, without a doubt. And that's because it's got a worldwide community of really, really bright programmers that are just, it's not proprietary code. So you can look through it, you can fix things and so forth. So it's all jolly good and jolly brilliant. And so we do a private cloud and stuff like that. And licenses, I always forget the licenses. We provide lots of different software licenses to big and small companies as well, and luxury yachts.
Jane, can I just ask you a question? What microphone are you using? Because your voice comes over so loud and clear. It's better than anybody else's.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I broke my last one. I'll have a look at it. But if I take it off, it's not on the thingy. So I'll let you know, Michael.
Does everyone else
I'll
agree with
text
me?
you.
Do you agree with me?
Yeah, it is always clear. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite good. Okay, Andy, tell us about you.
And now I'm worried about how clear my microphone is.
You're
Mine-
quite clear.
Mine is right bloody next to me. Look.
Oh, blimey. You've got a proper one.
Well, that's what I'm worried about, because I think it should be a lot clearer in that case. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Andy, A1 Web Stats, you all know what I do by now. So I'll just go on about what I've been doing with IO stuff this week. I've been getting on my high horse about chatbots in particular, and how when are we going to get to this tipping point where they do what they're supposed to be doing. I did a LinkedIn post this week about I went to a Zapier website, and it came up with something like, my name is such and such. Yes, I'm a real human. So it's obviously they're doing that whole human stuff rather than people go down that path of being annoyed by chatbots. I think it will come in time. I think they will get a lot more intelligent, but we are nowhere near at the moment.
Yeah. I'm sure things are developing. I mean, it's sometimes I don't know if we're expecting too much too quickly, or if it's just.
I think a really good thing that they could be. I mean, for example, if you type "speak to human" and it doesn't respond to that, okay, that's really irritating. But the companies that have got these chatbots in place, they should be doing some analysis on it, or using AI intelligently to analyze the chats and what it's coming out with. And I suspect many aren't doing that.
Yeah. I was listening to I'll talk about it in a minute, but I mean, I was listening to a YouTube video the other day actually, and someone was talking about that. But I'll just talk about me to start with. I'm David Harris. I am a WordPress expert, but I do HTML and stuff that I've been doing websites not quite as long as Steffi, but 26 years. I was still. I thought I'd been doing it a long time until I met Steffi. So I mean, it's about, I think 26 years, I would say, since I did my first website. So which has only just been decommissioned actually. My very first one, my first commercial one, I did for somebody for money. He's unfortunately died in January, so it didn't seem much point in keeping the website going. And in fact, somebody else has bought the domain name now, so it's that was a shame. But yeah, so a lot of websites. Obviously, it wasn't the same website because I'd rewritten it about 5 times in the intervening time, which is a wonderful thing about websites and building up new clients, because people have to come back, and things do get tired, things do change. So that's me. I also run these peppercorns networking meetings. We have speed networking on a Thursday, and we have this one on a Friday. So that's it. Brilliant. Has anybody found anything cool out this week?
No.
I used the one we talked about last week, or the last time we were here, Luma Labs. And I uploaded a photograph, and it was of an old uncle of mine, actually, an old gentleman. So it's probably from about early 60s, late 50s. And I asked Luma Labs to make him, because it was on a sort of seaside thing, dance with seagulls, which is not terribly inspired, I admit, but nonetheless. And it didn't take very long to do it, because remember last time we were sort of waiting. But the seagulls were very deformed. I mean, really badly. And they were dancing, well, not really dancing, but dive bombing his crotch area, which was I had to laugh, but you know, the potential of it was just a old black and white still, you know, and then so you know, it was very creative. Perhaps I should have given it more explicit instructions, but
Well, I still, you know, it's sort of going what Andy said, that they're with people and animals. It's well, we're hoping that's going to be get better with Sora and other things that are coming along, but they have improved. I mean, I've noticed a lot of 6-fingered and 3-fingered people have gone, and a lot of people now have got 5 fingers on each hand. So there are little things that are improving, I'm sure, but I mean, it's it should learn from itself in theory. But
yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think it'd be rather sad when all these flaws go, really, where we sort of just sitting around saying, "Oh, I remember the time," you know.
It is incredible how long it's taken to cap off those seemingly simple things, like those words, stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's as if it doesn't matter to them to train them in this way, because it can't be that hard.
you would have thought so. Perhaps it's easier to say than it is to actually program, you know. So it's Mike, hello, welcome.
Yeah, good morning all. Sorry I'm late. You'd think as I wake up an hour before all of you, I'd be earlier and on time, but I missed the time again. I'm so sorry. Anyway, morning all.
Morning.
Morning, Mike.
You just briefly tell us what it is you do.
Oh yes, I'm a financial planner. So I'm actually with Genistar, which is a financial planning company, and so my job is to help families understand about finance and basically provide guidance on things that they might need to do, insurances, debt management, all that type of thing. I do various things with AI because of that. So I use a product called NowSite, which in fact I've got a little demo for you if you're interested, of some new stuff they're doing. But basically they provide the social media stuff that I do, and I just simply back it up and work with it. That's me.
Okay. We'll get to that demo in a little while. I'm sure we'll find a little slot for it. Remember we would what were we talking about? A few weeks ago we built a website using the WP-Zip, or ZipWP I should say. And I've done I'll just quickly show you. I sort of did a proper website with it. I'll change that so later on they will share their screen. So this was done with WP-Zip because Astra have got this WP-Zip built into their theme now. So I'll show you that. But this was done with WP-Zip, so it was pretty good actually. I mean, I've obviously you have to tart it up a bit afterwards. You have to go in there and change images around and there. But the basic format, the basic layout and everything is the same as it was when I got the when I got it. So it's I was quite impressed. So it saved me a lot of time at the beginning, and I shall show you that now because this is. Can you see that? It's a WordPress.
Yeah.
The WordPress installation. That's what you get sort of from your ISP when you ask them to install a new sort of WordPress installation. That's all you get. So I'm just going to time this because I think you can do this in less than 5 minutes. So we'll go to English UK and I think the subject. Oh no, I was going to call it UK. Still WordPress. these bits probably take longer than the actual. So this takes into back end of a website. If we view the website, it's just a basic clean installation. We have on WordPress, we have things called themes. If you're not aware of it, there's a theme called Astra. So we're going to install Astra. Activate it. So let's get started. And it says instantly, it just comes up with this saying, thank you for choosing the Astra theme. Let's get started with things. You can start from scratch if you want, but and then they've got two systems. You can choose to do starter templates that they host themselves, or you can try the new AI builder, which is WinZip. ZipWP, sorry, not WinZip. That's something else entirely. So then it connects instead of having, if you go directly to ZipWP, you have to faff around and back up the website and copy it onto your new site. But this one is just, you just continue and there. So now we call it DK, and this is for a dentist. So dentist in South London. That'll do. Just that's in there. So then it wants me to just select some photos. This is the same as it was before. Just select some photographs. They're all pretty gruesome, aren't they? So, and, I'm not a fan. Okay. Let's continue. You can upload your own images as well if you want, or you can replace them later on. And then it will generate, it seems to generate more websites than it did before. And it gives you some options for designs. I think that one looks, I think the first one looks pretty okay, so I'm just going to choose it. It gives you some color palette options, but I think maybe the default's okay. So
This is when Steffi normally does a musical interlude.
yeah.
I could sing if you want.
Yeah, I always do my 20-second musical interlude, don't I?
Yeah.
I think what it is, I've selected a lot of images and it's downloading all those images, which is what it's why it was 16%, because it's
so far.
You're just trying to get out of singing.
yeah, that's right. Do a little dance, you know.
Is this a free service, David, or are we paying?
Yes, it's free. Yeah. So you can pay. It depends how many websites. I think you get to 3 websites a month. It's free. If you want more than that, you have to buy the.
Yeah, but how many independent websites do more? Web developers do more than 3 a month?
I know. I mean, I don't do 3. I don't do more than 3 a month. Because most of my stuff is maintenance and changes and writing content, stuff like that.
David, do you know whether is it ZipWP just come with the theme Astra, or is it available on many themes? Do you know? Or
I don't know of any other themes that have got it built in. And Astra is a theme that's worth thinking about because it's really good. It's really lightweight. performs really well in speed tests.
Mm.
So it doesn't come. So some themes come with a lot of baggage, you know, like a lot of templates and a lot of rubbish. So let's see the website. So it didn't take a lot of intervention from me. Your smile starts here. So it's come up with a, you know, you can obviously edit it and put out. I wish I hadn't clicked that red thing. I should start with the blue. But the
That's all right.
it's created a website for us, and all we have to do is to go in and change these words so that they're relevant. And you do need to know a little bit, you know, because it's not written in a page builder. It uses the default. But you can just click in. You can just click in there and stick in your own text, you know. So it's not it's not difficult to do if you don't want to do anything fancy, but you would have to know something about WordPress design to change things around a lot. So so yeah. So I thought that was
It's really impressive, isn't it?
Very
Blimey.
good, yeah.
Really.
pretty fast, you know.
Do you fear that, because every time we do one of these sessions and I go down and excitedly talk to my son, who's the other director, the boss, basically, oh, we just did this. And he said, well, what about the creators that have created that? So do you have any concerns about that, David, particularly and Andy, the web people, and Steffi, the web people here?
Yeah. Well, no, because I mean, if you want, you know, that will give you a basic website. It'll give you a functional basic website, and you can go in and change those words quite easily just by editing the page. So, and if you're happy with that, that's fine. But if there are things that you want that you don't know, like on the one I've updated, he wants a WhatsApp button. He wants somebody just be able to click WhatsApp. 80% of his visitors come on mobiles, so he wants a WhatsApp button on the website. So unless you knew how to add that widget, you would have to. You could look that up. You could just key that into ChatGPT and say, "How to add a widget on WordPress?" You know, and it would tell you. So, I want to put a word. Yeah.
I suspect there's a
A
danger.
WhatsApp widget on WordPress. How do I do it? And it will tell you how to do it. So
Yeah, but you have to know about, and with the website, you have to know about hosting. You have to know about your domain when the renewal is, and you know, make sure it's in. With so many other things apart from just the design.
easily you can get a WordPress website for a few quid a month or whatever it is, and then it will come up with exactly what I've, you know, when someone's done a new, they'll either give you an admin login and tell you how to log in, or it will come up like that. If you just install WordPress and do nothing, that's what you get. So it's
I think what might happen is you've got all these businesses like, you know, people in the trades, etc., who've just got Facebook pages and stuff. I think we're probably seeing an influx of people who can use that sort of thing, just and say, look, we'll create your website and it'll cost you hardly anything, and treat it as a loss leader to something else. But the outcome of what they do, because you know there's nothing to stop anyone doing it, so it's might not be great. It might actually handicap them, but the company won't care, be aware of it at that point.
Yeah, like if you're adding content, for instance, say if you're doing, like I do 4 blogs a month for 100 quid, if somebody signed up to that instead of paying me to do the website, I could create a website like that and say, well, look, it's just going to be a basic website. If you want me to tie it up a bit, it'll be another 300 quid or whatever, but you can have it like that, and then I will add the content, and the content is the thing that matters more than the, you know, the actual whether something's.
And then you slog it to create the content to upload into the website.
Yeah,
of course.
Excellent.
It is yeah, exactly. Because I mean, obviously, to Google things that matter. I mean, there are other things that do matter, because let me just. But they're just simple plugins. I mean, this is Google recognizes this accessibility plugin there. and it's just a simple plugin, and but Google says the site's accessible because it's got these tools that can increase the text, it can turn it to grayscale, you know, if people with underline the links or turn the font into readable font. So I mean, these things Google picks up, which I was surprised about, because I did the scan and it said yeah, it's got accessibility tools. So sort of Google like that sort of thing. So all those things are really simple to do, but other people may not do them. So there's so I still think I'm not frightened that my business is going to disappear,
Vitality call, yeah.
because there are always people who you always move on. I couldn't have created content without, I could have created content, but you used to have to charge, you know, 100 quid per blog post at least, you know, maybe 150, you know, and do 2 a month for 300 quid. And it would be, now we can generate that content. Okay, it might not be, you know, as aesthetically pleasing to some people than others, but the content is there and Google and Bing can read it. And Google and Bing are happy with that content as long as it's relevant. So as long as you're doing, because it's what I explain to clients, is that it's not about doing everything, it's about doing more than the other guy who you're competing against. It's you just got to do a little bit better than them, and then you
It's sort of more than that, though, isn't it? Because I remember I may have bleated on about this before, so do shut me up. But I remember when the desktop publishing was first available to us on a PC or a desktop, and things like Ventura Publisher and other things. So everyone was doing their own posters. They were using every single font, particularly Comic Sans. They were using every single color, and you know, like it was just a mess. So although the ability was there, or sorry, the tools were available, the skills to use them was missing, which I suppose is what you're saying with this to a certain extent. You still need to you need to be in the know.
yeah, you still need to tart it up, you still need to refine it. Although the basic task, I guess it means that you could offer a service that's a little bit more affordable, so that would expand the market.
What Andy was just saying, yeah.
So yeah, so you would get people who may not bother with a website would maybe have one for.
I think ultimately people want to get business coming in from their website, and it's about how to make that affordable at the low end and then build it up from there.
Yeah. So there's lots of things there, but I thought that was pretty good.
Very impressive.
There's a couple of things I've been playing with. One I only started playing with this morning, so I'm not gonna. Do people know about Mindstudio?
I don't.
No. Okay. I'll go into it properly next week. But you can create your own AIs using natural language rather than coding. You can use coding, but you can do like something like create blog posts AIs. But there are lots and lots of workflows you can create with it. It seems immense to me, and it's if you wanted to have a look, it's called Mindstudio.ai. But there are a couple of explanatory videos on there, and then it's you can actually create a perhaps if anyone's interested, have a look, and then we talk about it next week properly. But it's kind of, it looks pretty awesome, because I was listening to the guy who started it on which is how I found myself there in the first place. So it's I was listening to him talking on YouTube. So it's and I've kind of lost my notes about what you said. So it's but he was talking particularly about customer service, you know. That was oh yeah, Dimitri Shapiro, that's the guy. So he was talking about YouTube and especially the thing that made me notice was in sales, because he says that people just say yes to you when they don't mean yes, they just want to be nice. and they'll say, yeah, that tool looks great, I want that. But they said that using AI that can record your voice, things like Otter and things like that, it can detect where maybe you're not so sure and maybe you're not ready to buy, and there are signals there that you may not pick up as a human, but the AI could pick up that you're not, that you're not quite ready. There is some information missing, and it could maybe identify where those areas are that you need to be pushed in before you are ready to buy. So it's all sales speak, and it sounds really, apart from the efficiency and automating routine tasks and things like that, and the scalability, it's just these big companies are, sort of leveraging AI for data processing and workflow automation. But it seems like anyone can automate workflow using this system, using this Mindstudio. So and it doesn't look like you need. I think you need to know something like sort of what a variable is, but you wouldn't necessarily know how to program. So it might be reachable for a lot of people. Okay, the other thing I was going to do. Oh, I know. Yeah. The other thing I wanted to show you is I've lost my Zoom window. Hold on. Yeah, it was websim.ai. So I thought this was. I only saw this the other day as well, actually, but I thought this was pretty good. It's a tool that helps people build and test your AI projects. It's like a virtual playground to see how it would work in real life without actually having to do it. So you can create anything. This is one I created here, but I'll just show you how I did that one. You can choose your model. I'm just going to leave it as the default, and you can choose which AI model you can use. But I said create a testimonial collection website that collects text, audio, and video, and that's all I said. And it just, there's no, all you have to do is log in with your Google account or something like this, and off you go. It doesn't seem to have any, I don't know if there is a paid version or not, but I mean, there we go, testify.io. It's created a way. It's really fast as well. So okay. This isn't quite what I got yesterday. So go back. I think I might have worded that wrong. So collect my testimonials. Input text. Let's see if it does it better this time, because it's
Ease.
okay. So that looks a bit better. I was more what I was looking for.
So can you take this and take it out of there in some way and use it?
You can, yeah. So it's got so it creates. You can upload your audio testimonial. You can upload your video testimonial. You type in your text testimonial, and then it'll actually display your testimonials here. You can create extra pages. I've gone back to the dashboard. So then it's not sense yesterday. So this is a fictitious domain name. If you want to go back to it, you have to save the one at the top, websim.ai. So this is so it's create that, but it creates it so fast. So that's the so you can just download you can download all the HTML. It's downloaded the HTML for that page, and then you can just upload that to your own server, and it will have it laid out.
David, is it websim or sim?
Sim.
Sim.
It's websim.ai.
I'm going to Zimbabwe, so I thought that might not be right.
Could you use it to create a website wireframe if you've got a rough idea of how you want the page to look? Do you think?
Yeah. There's a. I'm just trying to get out of it. So it's. I'll get back to my beginning. So this is the one I've sort of. You can see other websites that other people have generated down here, because it's not secret what you do, but it's but once you've downloaded it and then re-uploaded it somewhere else, you can do what you can do, give those files to a web developer to do anything, you know. Enter the theme. Okay, I don't know if this is the one I did yesterday. Ask for a Space Invader clone. This is what somebody else has just generated, and then you could go in and jump in. Although you can just key that in yourself, say, oh, I want a Space Invader clone. So then it's created a, let's see if it's left and right arrows. Is it going to work? Oh, there you go. Oh, it's a bit easy. Oh, hang on. What's that?
I want to
if it's going to knock out the whole column, it's obviously quite easy. But we can do make the red cubes look like spaceships. I think I have to. Yeah, it's not quite done its thing. So update the game. You have to wait for this blue thing to go across before it's. I'm being a bit impatient with it. It's, so let's see what it's going to give us now. I suppose it's not unreasonable to wait a little time. I think we're expecting a bit too much if it's going to generate all these things.
Oh,
They're sort of spaceships.
yeah.
do them.
Yeah, I'm
Gonna get you. And why have you got no hiding places?
No, exactly. I've got no buildings, and it's not shooting out any. It said I've got 3 lives, but unfortunately, I'm kind of moving the my left and right arrows, but nothing's happening, and nothing's firing. It will take a minute. Oh, okay. But you can key in further instructions as you go along. They look like Christmas trees to me rather than alien spaceships, but
It's pretty good though. Do you know, I remember this game, and we'd only go to pubs that had a Space Invader machine in them, and then it was always queues for it. It's such a popular game, wasn't it?
It's taken
Extraordinary.
my lives away. It used to be 10p, and we used to queue
Yeah.
up for ages to
Is
get
it?
the game.
Yeah.
And then you used to put your 10p in, and you get and 10 seconds later, and you got some kid off the council estate. He'd be there for about 2 hours, you know.
Yeah.
I know exactly when the spaceship's going to fly across. Every time these land, I lose one of my lives, but unfortunately, I can't fire or do anything about it. So, let's forget about it. Let's scrub around that. But I think it's worth looking at, because I think it's if you want some practical or spend a little bit of time on it. Okay, my game's over. I don't think it's a fair game. I think it was. I think it's worth looking at, because I only looked at it the day before yesterday, and I only had a few minutes to play with it yesterday, which I did one of those. I did a similar one to that, and it was working perfectly well, you know, and it was working pretty good, because I keyed in, you know, only shoot one spaceship at a time, and then I was you can key in, get the spaceships to fire at you, you know, so you can just keep refining it with just by using English, you know, and it'll go away and it'll come back again and do that. But obviously there are more worthy enterprises you could create with that website. And it's
Defender. I used to be a goddess at Defender. I loved it.
Defender, yeah. Is that the one that used to be on the table? There was a glass top. No, that's Galaxian, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an original arcade game, but it was a side scroller, and it was like there was land at the bottom and the spaceships appeared, and you could teleport, and you know, all sorts. So it was brilliant. Loved it.
Yeah. Then you used to get those ones with the asteroids that were just like a shape, and then your little triangle was your spaceship that used to fire out a pixel and break it into smaller things. But you know, they were pretty cool, weren't they? But they're rubbish now.
Asteroids and Tank Commander were the same.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm into my retro gaming stuff, and I've just used that websim to create a random game name generator. So you can't decide what to play, and so you tell it the systems you're interested in, and just press a button, and it will just generate the name of the game and the system you can play it on. Oh my god, it's that good!
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
I know.
So does anybody, sorry, Andy, does anybody remember a game? It wasn't an arcade game. It was called The Day of the Tentacle, and it was
Yeah.
it was
I
brilliant game.
recently sold the PC box version for 140 quid.
Are you kidding? No, that
I'm
was to
selling
me.
I'm selling off all my old stuff like that. It's worth a fortune now, a lot of it.
Sam and Max, oh yeah, they were brilliant. Kept you occupied for absolutely hours.
You can get them all now on Scum on the machine. You can play them all for free.
Can you?
Yeah, you get something called Scum VM. It's just a way of playing all these old games. You just download the ROMs and play them on PC.
I haven't really made a note of it. That's the end of my working day, most definitely.
That's your day, yeah, Scum with 2 M's.
Okay.
Yeah, but I noticed, David, on there, you haven't. There was a thing. There was like a camera thing on there. Does that mean you could upload pictures to it? Do you think?
Yeah, you can upload your own data or anything.
How on earth are they able to do all this stuff when you're not paying anything for it?
It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's not been out very long. He said people were saying that they can't believe it's still free, but it's free for now. So it's I guess they're going to charge eventually. Otherwise, I don't know how they're.
Do we know?
Any way they can make money otherwise? But I mean,
do we know who owns it? Websim?
No. Well, I don't. Obviously, somebody knows who owns it.
Yeah. Websim.ai, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So it's obviously a reasonably sized project, because it's got a lot of stuff in there that's actually that you can actually do, and it's you know, it wasn't very impressive this time, but the testimonial one I created yesterday was brilliant. And it was all working. You could upload your testimonials, upload your audios, upload your videos, and you could actually change it so that you could actually record the video on the website. So you can, how I did it yesterday was you had to upload, you had to make your own recording, then upload it. But you could change it so that you could just record it up there and then on the website. So it's
So this is websim we're talking about still. I get a bit confused. I always think I must be more organized and write down every tool that we've talked about so that I can, instead I think, oh, we did a music one a couple of weeks ago. What was it? Can't remember.
Yeah. I do have all my notes because I write different notes each week, and then I put the videos on the website, so it's on YouTube as well. So
okay, I'll have a look.
Can go back over them, and I do on the description. I do write what we've talked about, but I don't always remember everything. So, Mike, do you want to quickly show? Is it the video?
A little video, yeah. It's just basically they now cited they're moving on all the time, and it always seems quite fast to me. And they've just introduced this new system which is called Video AI. Basically, it's not technically AI as such, although they're using AI to do it. So what they charge you, I think it's 14 something dollars, $99 a month, and they will give you 7 videos and a website. And that's what they'll do for you. So I thought, well, I'll have a go at it and see what it does. Have a look at it, and I've got my first video down. Personally, I wouldn't use it. Let me say that straight away. But as a first start, I don't think it's too bad. So have a look at what I've got and see what you think. Give me your opinion, really. I'm going to share with you.
Yeah, should be able to share.
Right. That one. And this is what they sent me.
This is where you got hammer tune.
Ready to secure your future and protect your family? Meet Mike Granger, your go-to financial planner. Whether you're a young family, new parent, or
your browser with your file.
Just for you. We cover everything from investment management to retirement planning, university savings, debt reduction, and insurance. Imagine optimizing your wealth.
All we're seeing is your file window.
Oh, are you? Okay. Don't know what's happened there then.
Don't miss out.
Get your financial file window.
Okay, let's see if I can do something with that.
Share your entire screen.
Go back to the video. What it should do. Share again.
There's the video window.
There's the video. That's what we've got. Sorry about that, folks.
No worries.
Ready to secure your future and protect your family? Meet Mike Granger, your go-to financial planner. Whether you're a young family, new parent, or pre-retiree, Mike offers tailored financial solutions just for you. We cover everything from investment to retirement planning, university savings, debt reduction, and insurance. Imagine optimizing your wealth at every life stage. Struggling with rising interest rates? Mike's got you with personalized advice to ease the burden. Don't miss out. Get your financial game plan today. Check out Mike Granger, Financial Planner, and start securing your future now.
Needs a new pair of jeans.
No, that's it. As I say, as a first pass, it's rubbish. Although I can see there's ways it can be improved. I've actually written back and said this is rubbish, and they've come back and said give us a chance, and we'll do another one for you. So they're going to do another one for me, see what comes out.
Okay, so they do it for you, so you can't.
Yeah, they do it all for you. It's all done for you in terms of email.
You can't edit it yourself.
Actually, to be honest, I have edited it. I do edit it myself. I've changed that. I didn't show you the edited version, but I've done one in English as well. So, but even so, the gravitas isn't right for the job. It doesn't fit, you know. No. I've said that.
Is the person AI generated? The person talking, the woman talking?
It's all AI. She's an AI. She's not real.
I noticed she actually had 10 fingers. 10 fingers. Well, sorry, 8 fingers.
10 fingers. Wow.
Yeah, I was quite impressed.
Yeah, it's. I see it's the first pass. It's the first stage. At $2 a video, I don't think that's too bad. You know, to be honest, for $2 and no time of mine put involved actually uploading it, it's not bad. And if they improve on it, as I think they probably will, it's going to be quite something. Times are changing so fast; it's quite scary, really.
It's important to be experimenting at this point, isn't it, Mike? Because when it does get better, at least you've been in the ground and tried it
Yeah,
out.
no, exactly right. That's right. That's the whole point. I think what worries me a little way. I mean, we're sitting here talking. All of us are mature-ish. I'm mature, you know, apart from obviously Jane, who's only 20. But the rest of us, you know,
I'm still a thrusting young.
where are the young people? Are they so on top of it that they know what to do and they don't have to worry about it? Have they just accepted it blindly?
No.
You know, there's something wrong, isn't there?
They will accept it blindly, I'm sure. But Kieran, as I was saying to you earlier, who's I mean, he's in his 30s, but he worries about where it's going and the creator side particularly. But I think we're all going to have to embrace it. I don't think. And this the websim that we were just looking at and being impressed by earlier. I just did a quick. I mean, this is only in Pi, so I don't know if it's true or not. But it's a platform created by a team of AI experts and developers who are passionate about pushing the boundaries about what can be achieved. And I think that's going to just happen more and more, on and on. It's a changing world, and I think it's probably going to be an exciting one. There will be. It's a tool, ultimately. It's not our boss yet.
No,
It's a support.
I think we have to realise that is a tool. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Rerun.
But like the sort of video creation things, are things like in video that you can use. You've got a chat GPT, you can, there's a GPT there that you can use, or you can go to InVideo. Don't know what it is, AI, but that will create videos as well. And there's quite there's a few of them around, and they do. The fact that I don't use them would, you know, I still prefer using the talking head, and then I do use things to generate, you know, I use CapCut or something to generate captions on the video itself. So it's I think it's, you know, it's something that's going to happen better when maybe in the next few months even, you know, because I think it's just going to improve all the time. So,
I think it most definitely will. I don't know if anybody would be interested, but I get this newsletter. It's called Guardians of AI, and it's been produced. A company that he used to work for one of our suppliers, very bright, used to take all the webinars and so forth, and he's done quite a lot of LinkedIn posts. It's only young. It's about 12, but there again, everybody is really at the moment. But he sort of criticizes AI in a quite, I think so he's talking about the return of investment for businesses. It's really so small at the moment. You know, they might invest in it, but we don't really know where. It's something you're kind of expected to have, but there's no real discussion about that. It's just bombarding you with so many things. But it's a good read. He's just talking about the dispute with OpenAI now and Apple and so forth. So it's a good read. When I say good, it's a read.
Okay. Is that just, I guess if you just Google that, you'll find
Yeah,
it.
I should. I think it would. David, I could send you him the thing, and then you can distribute if you think it's worth it. But yeah.
Yeah, I can just mention it on the notes for this this exciting episode. So there's so I think we're yeah. So yeah, we'll have a look at that. We'll do. I definitely want to look at the other one I mentioned. I'm losing my thread now. It's not. It's all. It's. I was going to talk about that as well. So I'm chat and GPTs. We ain't got time for those. So the other one was there was some really good GPTs available on OpenAI, the websim.ai that we did, and there's yeah. So I think Mindstudio is something that we need to talk about next week for sure. So if anybody wants to have a play with that in the meantime, we'll talk about that. But I'll just I'll be playing with it anyway. So doesn't matter if you do or you don't, but if you fancy doing that, and see what you can create or find out, because on the introductory video, they create a blog writing AI machine, and it's but that's all. Stevie is looking at it, that's looking a bit concerned now, but it's not. It uses 3.5, and it's kind of a but that's one of the simple things that it does. There are so many. There's a massive list of things that you can create, you know, just or ideas. So it's not just about. I mean, I wouldn't use it to create blogs because one, I could use Steffi's, or I could go to ChatGPT and key in a prompt. You know, you wouldn't necessarily create your own, because then you've got to pay. You do have to buy tokens, you know, to use the system. If you use the free version, it doesn't include any tokens, but they're quite cheap. They're not out of the way, but yeah. So that's it. Okay. Anybody else got anything to start with? Because we'll just.
No, I'm gonna just burn a load of time on websim.ai. That's quite exciting.
Yeah. I'm sure.
I'm
Right.
gonna have
Yeah. So, sorry. I'm going to stop the recording.